So now has Foreign and Diaspora Affairs Cabinet Secretary Dr. Alfred Mutua been stripped of some of the roles initially reserved for his docket? A statement by the Cabinet Secretary on Thursday that some of the roles he will now be copy to other ministries has now stirred debate, with some arguing he may have been clipped some powers. Now, Ras Mutua maintains that the move was meant to eliminate bureaucracies. Others think the move indicates he has underperformed. KTN's political affairs reporter David Modhoka interrogates.
Barely 4 months after he officially took the Foreign and Diaspora Affairs mantle, Cabinet Secretary Dr. Alfred Mutua is in the eye of a storm. This follows a statement released by the Foreign Affairs Ministry on Thursday, indicating that his ministry will no longer be a link between ministries and international organizations, prompting concerns as to why the intermediary role was hived off from Mutua's list of mandates and whether this had anything to do with his performance. A part of the statement reads, and I quote, "Whereas the Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations entrusts all official business with the receiving state to be conducted through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, it has been agreed in the interest of efficiency that missions may communicate directly with ministries, departments and agencies of the government of Kenya without going through the Ministry of Foreign and Diaspora Affairs." Another part of the statement reads, "For requests of meetings of cross-cutting nature and that involve more than one ministry, it is advised that such requests should be made through the Office of Deputy President for coordination purposes." End of quote. The transfer of what is seen as primary roles for the Foreign Affairs Ministry comes against the backdrop of a series of back-and-forth diplomatic meetings conducted by Trade CS Moses Kuria, with some concerned that Kuria may have unofficially replaced Mutua. The statement further comes amid claims that CS Mutua was in the first place not the intended person to head the Foreign and Diaspora Affairs Ministry. Sources have told KTN News that the ministry was initially reserved for current sports CS Ababu Namwamba, who was seen accompanying President William Ruto on foreign trips prior to the election of the Kenya Kwanza administration. The sources indicate that Namwamba, however, lost his rights to the Foreign Affairs docket after the Sahrawi saga, where Kenya revoked and almost immediately reinstated its recognition of Sahrawi Republic just days to the naming of Cabinet Secretary nominees. So, is the transfer of those duties a clear indication of a vote of no confidence in Mutua, or is the reduction of powers just collateral damage? According to political analyst Professor Peter Kagwanja, since January, President William Ruto's agenda has been to deal with lack of coordination, cohesion, and integration witnessed in the previous Jubilee government, a step that obviously reduces Mutua's powers. On CS Kuria officially taking up CS Mutua's roles, Kagwanja says this is likely to continue to be an issue. The primary role of foreign affairs is international trade, but the role of trade is growing in East Africa, where Kenya is a lead power. One-time Foreign Affairs CS Amina Mohamed successfully avoided the overlapping of mandates by lobbying former President Uhuru Kenyatta to create a Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade. On Mutua assuming a role previously reserved for Namwamba and whether the Sahrawi saga had a hand in it, Professor Kagwanja says the issue almost cost Kenya the UN Security Council seat in 2021, while Amina lost the bid for the AU seat, among other factors, to her position on Morocco. Eyes will now be trained on the Foreign and Diaspora Affairs docket to see how it conducts itself henceforth and whether the transfer of some of its roles will improve especially efficiency in diplomatic relations. David Modhoka, KTN News, Nairobi.
So away from that, and President William Ruto has today said that food security can only be achieved through use of fertilizer to transform agriculture that has